Good afternoon. This is the market update for buy sell short for Thursday, October 3rd, and another red day on Wall Street. Of course, the government shutdown fiasco continues, and of course, we have the market turning red. But just like it has, or like we have for the last 2 weeks, even with the market down, another record-breaking day for our stock plays. But we'll jump into that in a couple of minutes. But anyway, market down pretty substantially today. We had a couple of news items. We had the president come out last night and say Wall Street should be worried. Probably because even though we've had the major indices down over the last 3-4 days, we're not seeing the kind of sell-off that has been typical or seen in the past. And looks like the president maybe wants a little bit of a steeper sell-off on Wall Street in order to pressure the handful of whack jobs that are holding the government hostage right now. We also had a shooting close to the Capitol today that caused a late day blip in the market. But as you can see here on the Dow daily chart, you know, it's essentially been down, 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 down. Each time we have a green possible bottom, the next day we sell off and down we go. We've got support right now at 14,900. And if we flip to the 15-minute chart, this is the Dow 15-minute chart. You know, sometimes it's just remarkable how this happens. You recall back in September how we just slowly rallied the entire month within this bearish rising wedge, slowly rallied up, down, up, down, up, down, and then we entered the beginnings of the debt ceiling government shutdown issue crisis. And since then, over the last couple of weeks, we've just been falling down in this bullish falling wedge, bouncing back and forth, slowly making our way down. We are still within this bullish falling wedge, and that can be viewed as a positive. It's just an orderly walk down, waiting for some sort of resolution in Washington. Once we get that resolution, I believe we will rocket to new all-time highs across the major indices. It's just a wait and see at this time. Dow Transports, which is really the index we pay particular attention to, is holding above the 50-day moving average, but it's been bouncing back and forth within a range. And, you know, there's the possibility that we could see one of those 100-point down moves down to the uptrend line. That's around 6,400. You know, we've got tomorrow's Friday weekend. It is extremely unlikely that the clowns in Washington make any sort of deal in the next 24 hours. So, you know, we could see some more downside pressure into tomorrow. One of the metrics we like to use is the put-call ratio, and this is not an entirely accurate number. I believe it's a few hours delayed, so it will likely end up being even lower, but we are down around that zone where typically we see a big bounce back in the market. So, you know, we could see it happen tomorrow. More than likely, we're going to see it happen Monday, but does it really matter? We've got stock plays blowing up left and right. Russell, which has been very, very stable. We got that breakout on nice volume on Wednesday, but slowly but surely we've given it back, and we're back down at the bottom end of this rectangle formation. You don't typically see this break to the downside after it's broken to the upside, but anything is possible right now in this market. And, you know, we could see a 20-point drop down to that 50-day moving average, and then the uptrend line, you know, we've got about 20 or 30 points downside where the next real support level comes in here. But anyway, let's jump into some stock plays. INUV, kaboom! Love the setup on this stock, and even after today's move, it is woefully undervalued. This is a stock that should be trading $2 to $3 a share minimum based on its EPS, its trends, its growth rate. Last couple of days, these guys were presenting at some value small cap conferences, and big volume has come in, especially today. We finally busted out, and we actually need to go and look at a 2-year chart. Let's look at a 2-year chart on this puppy. Here is a 2-year chart. Big breakout through all resistance. There is new resistance on the chart till we get to the 2s. Very, very nice. And looking at the daily chart, downtrend break on RSI, Strong on-bounce volume move, positive MACD cross, strong ADX. All the things we have been talking about as we've been waiting for this stock to break out for us over the last couple of weeks. And today, of all days, it decided to go boom. One of our other patience plays has started to wake up as well. SCON. We have been sitting patiently in the stock for the last month waiting for this to go boom. And out of the blue today, above average volume, nice big spike, got all the way up to that 50-day moving average at 178. And then, of course, we had some selling come in. But unlike past spikes, the stock actually closed in the $70s. And, you know, trolling around looking at Twitter today, seeing a lot of people who've been supposedly sitting in the stock taking their 10, 15 cent gains. Hopefully we get that press release that we've been waiting for on this one. This one has large upside potential, 250 plus. You know, a little 10, 15 cent move. We're holding for much higher on this stock. Big break up through 50 on RSI. Very strong ADX. Stochastic still has lots of upside. If this one dips, I would continue to accumulate it $1.65 and under, or a break through $1.80 with $1.75 stops on those ads. 225, 250 plus are our targets. CLSN, this was a trading alert yesterday at $1.16 when no one was looking at this puppy, based on the chart trend that we've identified in the stock. Every month, at the beginning of the month, this stock likes to go boom. And biotech stocks have been very, very hot over the last few days. And today, out of the blue, this one decided to go boom mid-morning. Very strong volume move. And actually, the volume is still a little bit lower than we would expect. So the big volume day that typically accompanies big up white candles days is coming. That should be tomorrow. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics breaking up through 20. And each time we've seen that happen, the stock has gone on 30 to 40% moves. So looking very, very nice going into tomorrow. RNN. You recall, a couple of days ago, we jumped into the stock, trading alert, 42 cents, based on the chart pattern, a pattern that I love stocks that have tradable patterns that continue to repeat and repeat and repeat. ATM machines is what I call stocks like this. ATM, 42 cents. Each time, 20 to 50% pop. Today it hit 53 cents. That is an 11 cent gain, or what? Almost 25% into our target range of a 20 to 50% pop. Little pullback. Actually got a nice little article late in the day from TheStreet.com and surprisingly sold off on that one. 53 cents is where everyone's going to be watching for the next break on this one. Very strong volume, but, you know, on a 20% move, we are booking some gains, so you should have booked at least half to three-quarter gains. Stops now, 46, 47 cents on the remaining position, guaranteeing a win on the remaining shares with a win already locked up. That's how we roll. And in a crappy market, at least crappy if you look at the major indices. Mad Cats. You know, we talked about this a couple of days ago. Trend was going to pop. We got some nice news with EA Sports, or EA games today, Activision. Nice big pop. Had some sellers into it. You know, not a surprise given the market. But let's see if it continues that pattern. We should see one on this upswing. And hopefully we're going to get that Mojo launch announcement any day. One biotech stock that has not gone boom is ASTM. And I know it frustrates the crap out of a lot of traders. This one is so close to moving. Look what DCTH did. We had massive positions in this stock waiting for a move to happen. Never came. Some news that was out a couple of days ago and the stock goes up 100%. You know, that's just what happens. This stock has been basing down here for the last 2+ months. 30 cents is the breakout. 27 cents is rock solid support. They did their financing. They're sitting on cash. Tick, tick, tick. Little bit of patience and we will go kaboom. First target, 50-day, 35 cents. Second target, 40 cents plus. Stochastics in the basement. Last time we had stochastics, as you can see, back in August, trend under the $20 level and then tick up. The The stock went from 27 to 34 cents in a couple of days, a 20% move. So I like the setup. Every single other piece of crap biotech stock has run. This one will have its day in the sun. Quick mention on Vickel. This is another biotech stock that is just coiling for a move. 132 plus close would be the breakout confirmation on this one with a 160 target. Stops 120, 121. Got a little bit of a pop today up to 133, but the market was kind of holding on, and it didn't get that big volume that typically a stock like this needs to push the seller out of the way. It's coiling. I think it's very close to a big move. SVVC. Talking about this one in the chat room today. Twitter is expected to announce their S1 filing for their IPO. That's the last step, 21 days prior to a stock being able to actually do their IPO. Twitter is about to announce that, and there are two stocks to play. We've already discussed GSVC. We'll go over that in a minute. SVVC is another closed-end mutual fund that owns 1 million shares of Twitter, priced at, I think their average cost is $22.87. However, this is a closed-end mutual fund that's actually trading under its net asset value. So this stock is trading less than its value. Value is $25.80. They're also sitting on $100 million in cash. Yay! And this stock owns 1 million shares of Twitter. I think Twitter is going to open at $75 to $100 per share. At $75 to $100 a share, a stock like SVVC should be trading at $35 plus and GSVC 20 plus based on their shares. Looking at 2-year chart, this is what SVVC did into the Twitter IPO. This is when Twitter got announced consolidating. Then right before the Twitter IPO, boom, 24 to 46. Almost a 100% move. We have a triple top breakout at $25 on this stock, and my target is 30 and 35 plus. Small play, but even a small play could reap very nice rewards on this one. So this is our new Twitter IPO play. Quick mention on GSVC. Nice little breakout today, 1550, kind of tweaked back, but these stocks will be off to the races once Twitter finally officially announces their IPO. So that's it for the video, guys. This market rocks. We are having a fantastic couple of weeks, even with the market selling off. It is a stock picker's market. Ignore the major indices, as in I'm seeing a lot of underlying market strength out there. If it was a run for the hills, your hair's on fire kind of market, sell everything, you would not be seeing the kind of moves that we are seeing all over the place in small cap land. And one other big positive that I see out there as well, all I keep seeing all over the place, Twitter, message boards, chat rooms, etc., is the phrase, I'm raising cash. I sold ABC to raise cash. Not a very smart move, selling strong stocks. Just because you want to raise cash because you're scared of the market. At least that's my view. I don't think we need to be concerned as of yet. I think these knuckleheads in Washington will make a deal soon, and when they do, it's off to the races. That's it for the video, guys. Have an awesome night. See you in the chat room tomorrow.